let's see. Oh, man. Did Tom run this planet? This planet's got a haze to it. Welcome to planet Nicotine. Yeah, Stinky. Yeah, I wonder why. You served a term on this planet, did you?
Skipper.
Good lord. We've landed on the smoking section. Now, some of you who are younger are not gonna believe me, but when I was younger, back when I was still old enough to drive and smoke and drink, restaurants had smoking sections. Not all restaurants, but some restaurants.
Standing by.
I remember that. That was pretty wild. Oh, cool, a javelin. All right. Let's hit him with everything.
Target confirmed.
Oh, hell yeah. Heavy PPC hit. Structure. Oh, wow. Yes, that's what I want to see. Start falling down, you son of a bitch. But yeah, no, there was a lot of stuff that still had smoking sections. And let me say this, if you sat in the non-smoking section, you were still in the smoking section. It would just slowly waft over. You could see the smoke, therefore you could smell it. Alright, they got a lot of stuff, but guess what? I got a lot of stupid. So I'm gonna run all the way over here with a locust at full speed. Because that's what locusts do. And destroy property. That's what locusts do. And oh good lord, stop stepping on cars. Okay, they have an urban mech, they have something else, Alright, whatever. Light them up.
Accuracy through volume of 5.
Hell yeah, accuracy through volume of fire.
Orders.
That's how you get things done. You paint the walls with the enemy. Alright, let's keep moving. Heavy PVC has a chance to hit, let's do it.
Acknowledge.
Holy shit, that's 2 for 2. That's 2 for 2. Alright, I'm gonna run down the wall. There we go.
Speed.
Scrombles. Scrombles, get ready to scrombulate, baby. Alright, yeah, let's roll. This planet has a smoking district. Imagine that. You're like trying to find an apartment. You're like, welcome to the smoking district, hon. The meter maid walking down the street. How can I help you? Welcome to Nicotine 7. You're like, my God, get me out of here.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
Welcome to Nicotine 7. Enjoy your stay. Good lord. When you leave this planet, you don't need a nicotine patch to get off the withdrawals. You need nicotine slacks. Fuck. Reminds me of when we went to Cleveland. There was a haze from the steel mills. It wasn't this bad, but it was noticeable. Like, you'd blow your nose and there'd be like soot. Aha! I have AMS. Look at all those nice cars.
Losing lots of armor.
There we go. Urban mech. Bandit. Alright, you know what? Let's light up the Irby again. Back armor.
All weapon systems. Waiting for orders.
Those through armor crits can really add up. 50. Oh, that's good. You know what? Let's do all of it.
Taking the shot.
Ooh, sorry, apartment building.
Target damaged. Concentrate your fire.
Imagine sitting in your apartment complex, you know, eating your cereal in your underwear as you do. Sitting there having your breakfast. And you just watch this corona of energy come ever closer from downtown in the smoking section where you live. And it just melts your whole balcony. You're like, oh, Well, it's a Panther.
Got it.
Are you MRM 40 proof? Ooh, PVC destroyed.
Report critical hit. Coordinates.
All right, Scrombles, get in there. Sorry, apartment building.
Damn it.
I'm gonna destroy everything here, including my own mechs.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Ow. Ow.
Damage is light.
Uh-oh. They brought an actual tank. That's cheating. Alright, I'm gonna have to use speed. It's a mana core. Not good for me.
Do this.
Alright, old man. Just keep running.
Firing.
It's an urban mech in an urban environment. So, I have to be careful. However, I brought MRM 40, which is a great way to just plow the street.
Fire the full salvo. Inflicted some heavy damage. Systems are holding.
As they should be, you barely got hit. Alright, let's keep moving.
Move order received.
Oh, those are good chances. Those are okay chances. Okay, don't shoot all of them. But I just need one of those to hit, aka the heavy PPC.
Engaging target.
Ooh, yes. Don't shoot me. It's against my religion.
Hit.
Ow. You dick. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I'll go up here with the Centurion. Alright, what do we got on him? No, he's moving too fast. Might be able to.
Firing all
Oop.
weapons.
Well, there goes the TV for the block. Oops. Alright, it's turning into a urban clusterfuck, which is good. All those explosions are somebody's car.
Light damage, Commander.
Light damage, Commander.
Barely hit, Commander.
Oh no! Shut my arm off. Lost a medium pulse laser. That's not good. Fucking mana
Alright,
core. That
everybody,
is a tough
Let's
tank.
get this done.
Alright, alright. Let's chase.
Affirmative, Commander.
See, that's not good. I don't like you. I'm gonna shoot you.
Here we go.
I might just have to get up there and start kicking them. Wow.
Yeah.
Back off a little bit.
Order received.
Just a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna take the Irby out. Sorry, Irby. Yeah, I feel bad. You should always feel bad when you bully an RB. It's not nice. The MRM-40 is going to pay for itself as I just walk through the
Ready for orders.
corridors here. Now what I have to do is I need to back off, present my front armor as I do so, because the Blackjack is not a tank by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm going to shoot that Panther again.
Locking on.
Missed. Again, somebody's in there
That's the
sitting there eating their breakfast cereal in Nicotine land as the wall just dissolves. And they're like, Uh-huh. Boy, I am getting aggressed here. Let's take out this guy.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Blow up. Damn it. Damnation. We are getting surrounded here. Boy, they brought a lot of firepower. The Mana Core is what scares me. Because that thing does hit hard. If I can keep pushing with my MRM-40 though, I think I got this. Ow.
Give them everything you've got.
Alright, geezer. Let's run it behind him.
Roger that, Commander. Affirmative.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to start kicking him. Light machine guns for harassment is not the way to go. Can you imagine what kind of insurance you'd have to have in a city in this setting? Especially if you had shit worth fighting over in your planet. You'd hear about infrastructure projects in your planet saying, well, yeah, you know, now we're going to make 80% of the widgets for, you know, this military contract. And you'd be like, no, please don't. Please.
Target acquired.
And then the next year, you see drop pods or fucking drop ship landing in the square, and you're like, no. I told them we should have gone with the craft singles plant, not the industrial lubricant plant.
Minimal damage.
And then you hear people on loudspeakers saying, we are the blah blah blah, and we're here to conquer for blah blah blah. Stay indoors. All will be well. As you eat your breakfast cereal and watch like 50 years of infrastructure get destroyed. You're like, okay, that guy just has people. Yeah, alright, let's kill this guy then. His back's to us.
Target lock on enemy 6.
Okay, 2 heat sinks gone, and he's got a PPC, so that's going to hurt him long term. Unfortunately, he can still shoot the shit out of us short term. We're going to have to keep backing up. We're going to have to keep backing up, and we're going to have to hope that they keep moving toward us.
Heading out.
Alright, gun chances, great chances. He's up on that. Alright, you know, I'm gonna hit that bandit again. This thing's taking a beating. That fucking shit is. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna be calm and collected. I'm not gonna start grumping. When you start grumping, that's when bad things happen. Well, okay, worse things happen. Ow. See, I started grumping? Look at this. Heavy PVC destroyed. All that because I started grumping. I started grumping, now he's gonna die. See, that's what happens. You start grumping and that happens. Gotta maintain a cheery disposition, guys.
Oh yeah.
That building looks like a heart. Or perhaps a bud. I'm not sure.
Confirmed.
Kick.
Affirmative.
And the machine guns. Now I know a few good knocks and these Panthers are gonna just fall apart, which is great. And they have their backs toward me, which is even better. So he doesn't have the PPC anymore. He's not in great shape. He still has that PPC. Heat sink destroyed times 4.
Scored a critical hit.
That's not good.
They've got a lock on me.
Yeah, go ahead and squeeze a shot off. See what happens. Now their blackjack is actually in good shape, which is unfortunate for me.
Hey,
But it's on now.
over here. Orders.
Remember, cheery disposition. Even if you're getting your ass kicked. Oh dear, this is so unfortunate. Whatever will I do? Ho hum. How many AC-20s can the bandit hovercraft take? That's a commercial right there. The hovercraft rolls up into frame. It's smoking a little and squealing a little bit because of a loose serpentine belt or whatever. It's got 3 fucking holes right through it. The guy's like, this baby took 3 AC-20s in the nicotine section of Nicotine 6. You too and your family could be protected by this. You know, that would be commercial. Okay, the Locust had some Locust things happen to it because it is made out of origami and lies. So that I expected that. Oh no, please don't destroy me. Not my structure, I need that. I need my structure.
That shot got past my armor.
Okay, that's a lot of actuators down.
I'm getting my ass kicked.
Yeah, you are. But no, cheery disposition. Cheery disposition. Cheery disposition. What is this back here? A fulcrum? Another fulcrum? Fuck. Alright, look. Cheery disposition, guys.
I'm there.
Cheery disposition. Happy, happy, happy. You have to be happy. No angry.
Affirmative.
Jolly good.
I'm taking.
No. Sumo, you're not supposed to get knocked down. You have a name. A name that suggests you would be difficult to knock down. Galileo Figaro.
Receiving you.
Sumo, stand up. Throw some rice down. It's time to clap cheeks.
All right, I'm up. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Cheery disposition, boys. Cheery disposition. Alright, you know what? Do you have... You're not the one with the PPC. You're the one with the PPC. You know what? Yeah.
Fire.
ER, PPC destroyed.
Taking a critical hit. Orders.
Alright, Scrombles.
Aye, aye.
Kill.
Stacking.
4. 4 AC-20 rounds. I just...
That's a critical hit.
That's impressive. I'm not mad. I'm just not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I would put that in their commercial. However, this guy's probably gonna die. MRAM 40, yeah, he's dead. Now it's just Scrombles. Scrombles versus a whole bunch of people.
All right, everybody. Let's get this
Well,
done.
Scrombles and the Locust. Charge.
Location confirmed.
BattleMechs
Oh no.
down.
Okay, not the locust. That guy's fine.
Okay, I'm on it.
Finally.
Who wants some of this, huh?
Goddamn, what a commercial.
Me down.
Not salvageable. We guarantee on destruction. Our hovercraft are not salvageable. On account of us filling every seat with tannerite. Oh, yeah.
Took one in the gut.
I'd say that they brought a lot more firepower than we did.
Oh, it's on now.
Alright, Scrombles. Time to be a hero. Alright. You have the most damage, so you have to die first.
Okay, I'm on it.
Oh, that didn't do much. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. Sunny disposition.
Okay, not good.
Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
Not much armor left in that location.
Yeah, I got an idea, but it's not smart. But maybe this is the time of such ideas.
Critical hit. Critical hit.
Oh, God. I don't think I have time for these ideas anymore.
Oh, wounded. Good to go.
Forward to glory.
Move into position. Firing all weapons.
This is a bad time. I'm gonna go out like a hero.
Sensor lock on me.
I know a lot of people in the comments below are gonna analyze what I did wrong. I agree with all of you. I'll save you some clicks. I agree with all of you. You are all 1,000% right. 1,000% right. Each and every one of you. Including the people who call me just a dummy. You are the most correct. See?
Punching out.
All units destroyed.
What a disaster.
Mission failed.
I agree. Well, time to hit the bar. Alright. I might try this again. I might do a save scum and go back. Try that again. I bit off more than I could chew. Wow, you let us down pretty hard. Thanks for nothing, I guess. How much to punch him in the face? Oof. I'm taking us over to Steiner's space, because we're smack dab in the middle of everything, and I figured some slightly gentler missions might allow us to do a little bit of that ye old Yarhar seal clubbing, and, you know, make some of that easy money for a bit, try to patch our shit together.
Complete, boss. Top-notch work, if I may say so.
How would you know? No one's ever worked on a ship like this in living memory, and you're the only person who's validating your work. I mean, if I'm the only guy making sandwiches, right, and you're really hungry, and I go, that's a good sandwich, isn't it? The answer is yes. We call this a hydraulic monopoly. If I'm the only guy with gasoline in the town, and you come up, and you're like, can I have some gasoline? I go, sure. And at the end of it, I go, isn't that a good price on gasoline? You have to answer yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you need to complete your treatment. You need to complete your treatment. If we were paying for your treatment, you're gonna fucking complete it. I'm sorry, but with the price of healthcare these days, my God. So, now that I have probably a lot of people watching this, which I don't know why, but of all the random games I play, This seems to get the most traction of recent, though that could always change with the state of things. Oh, flashpoints! One thing I want to bring to your attention, as I feel that I would be remiss if I did not bring it to your attention, a few minor points, which I assure you is probably
Upgrades you asked for?
probably worth your attention.
Waypoint reached, Commander.
If you wish, first and foremost, the Black Pants Legion has a website. It's at theblackpantslegion.com. You can go check that out. There's a lot of fun stuff on that website. We have a newspaper that's on the website. We actually have a fucking newspaper. It's like a newsletter of old, and there's comics and fun things. Deputy is our film reviewer, which is absolutely hilarious. Deputy as a film reviewer is hilarious. It reads a lot like Gonzo journalism. If you guys miss Hunter S. Thompson, you'll probably very much like Deputy's film reviews, and I heavily recommend it.
New weapon systems available.
The other things that could be fairly interesting for you guys to read, perhaps, is we're starting to put all sorts of fun content behind the scenes up on there. And there will be more to follow, because we are investing a bit of time and money to make sure this is good, because we all agree that the state of YouTube is pretty terrible. The state of the algorithm is pretty terrible. And getting any information out to people is harder than ever. So we decided to go through a very weird way of getting information out to people, a very old school way of getting information out to people. And we're very happy to do so. Oh, cool. Thunderbolt 15 ammo, finally. I have not found Thunderbolt 15 ammo in a long time, so I guess next I have to find a Thunderbolt 15, which I'm not sure if I have in my stockpiles of stuff, but I'm going to buy what I can while I can.
Equipment available.
The second thing I wanted to tell you guys is we're starting to get regular updates to the podcast again. After a bit of a hiatus, we had a few things happen, and we're getting things back on track, and we've got some fun podcasts out there, including another Traveler podcast, for those of you who've been following along with that. That's coming along nicely. Another thing I was going to point out is I am dead serious in what I said last time. We should probably write Paradox. If all of us collectively do something, it is indeed possible. Some people said, perhaps once long ago, that making very, very long and detailed videos on Stompy robots was probably not possible. Well, I hate to tell you this, it is absolutely possible, because you're funding it and we're making it. And other people are making them too, which means that by willpower of a large group of people, things are possible. So, what I'm saying is, if enough of us got together and wrote well-intentioned and detailed letters explaining what we want and why, they may consider it. They may understand the error of their ways. We don't need to be nasty. We don't need to be mean. We don't need to call them names. We don't need to say, how dare you, and shake our fists and be unpleasant. But what we can do is be honest. And we can say that, you know, you guys have made a bunch of really underwhelming, or perhaps, oh yeah, let's year-end bonuses. Let's give everybody a chunk of change. There, morale has increased. Got some year-end bonuses for people. There, happy. Now watch all these mechs fail. What I'm saying is, if we all come together and insist, oh shit, that has LRM ammo in it. I have fucked up. Where's that LRM ammo? Right there. Get out. You don't belong there. Why did I do that? Because I'm an idiot, that's why. But if we all insisted on something to happen, and we said that it was in our interest to do so, and we stated a very good case for it, I don't see why it would be impossible for us to manifest this as a possible outcome. Perhaps it's not going to be a perfect outcome, as life seldom has perfect outcomes. But we could at least let them know that we exist, And we understand that while they are very interested in making a very series of extremely whelming DLCs for stuff like Hearts of Iron, and believe me, as someone who plays heavily modded Hearts of Iron on the weekends, when I can, most of these DLCs do a much poorer job than mods have already accomplished. Most of these DLCs retread older mods and do so in a worse way. And it is seldom that any of these DLCs land in a way that makes the game better, just bigger. So what I am suggesting is we remind them that they could build the game that people would pay for and would enjoy very much. Very, very much, and would probably, I would think, pay good money for. I think that that is probably quite true. And that is my belief. Oh, look, there's a, okay, the target will be relatively unguarded. That's a lie. We know that's a lie. We're doing this for the loot, so let's get in there. We also have a scimitar in case we want to show people what an AC5 looks like. Alright, let's go down there. But I think if we write a very good letter to this is, guys, look at what Battletech 1 is, this game, Battletech 2018. Look at the DLCs that add so much to it. And if you tell them that, hey, if you hire the people who made these DLCs, even just part-time, and recognize them as being amazing, or not DLCs, the mod people. If you tell the mod people who built this stuff, and you hired them, even part-time, even just part-time, and gave them recognition for being the great artists they are, hell, did profit sharing with them. If this goes well, you pay them, and if not, you don't have to. If this goes well, you pay them. See, you risk nothing, and you could gain everything. And if this goes well, which I think it would, the people would definitely benefit. But what I'm saying is, this game is something that people want so much that they keep modding the shit out of it, and keep playing it years later despite the fact it being grossly imperfect in many ways. I'm sure that one of us could write a letter that they would listen to.
What are your orders?
Just find their mailing address. Hell, editors, put the mailing address for Paradox Games on screen. Write a letter.
I'm there.
And if you need an excuse for why, you can tell them that text said so.
They will be done.
No, I'm not holding my breath. I don't think that they're going to
Consider it done.
exactly listen to me.
Commander.
I do not have the pull. I am not a god of the internet. I'm not an influencer who seeks, holds, or does anything with any of this power that would shake the world or even shake it. Ow. It's not nice.
Systems are holding.
Kind of dick move. Alright, well, I'm gonna go over there now, and I'm gonna give him a bit of the old razzle-dazzle. They get a Valkyrie. Unknown mechs. They got a Locust. Aha. Well, as soon as I get in a clobbering range, this is gonna get serious.
Ready for orders. Double time. Let's go.
Alright, boys. All the MRMs. Begin.
Got it.
Oh, how was that?
Good to go. Heading out.
Greetings.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Alright, it's locust on locust violence here. Light 'em up.
All weapons. Go.
Enjoy machine guns.
Yes, Commander.
Bring in all these machine guns for a crit, but I'm gonna actually run this locust around back here and spot for these guys and see what I can do with it. What odds I got? Oh, those aren't bad. Sure, that pilot's like, why is the world exploding? Oh, they stepped out in the open. How utterly uncharacteristic of a Locust pilot.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, here we go.
On my way.
Hello, I am the blackjack your mom warned you about.
Locked on target.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
That's all we got is slugs, that's right.
Firing full complement.
I was hoping to land one, but the pop gun needs to fire in order to hit anything, so I keep rolling those dice. Some people are very, 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 very conservative with their pop gun shooting. And hunchbacks and everything else, they go, I only have 10 shots. I'm like, right, but you gotta shoot to hit. If it's like 10% or up, 1 in 10, I'll roll those dice. Because on that one, it lands so good. It's fantastic. Alright, let's see. Oh, they got a commando. Okay.
Let's do this.
Let's get up here and make some magic, shall we?
10-4.
Oh, that's good.
Firing.
Come on, give me a crit. Give me a crit. Ah, dang. Ow.
Orders.
Alright, you know what? We're getting up here.
Moving to position.
Hello, I am the blackjack, and you are the victim. Proceed. This is some good hits. With the PPCs, no less. Well done, guys. Ow, 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 ow. That was accurate.
Damage minimal.
Alright, let's see.
What's up, Commander?
Dun 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 dun
Moving out.
dun 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 dun. Alright, that is... you know what? I'm not going to give him the MRM-40, but I will give him the Flamer. Yes.
I got him. Failed to connect.
I don't know, he's in the fire. He's not on fire, perhaps, per se, but it looks cool. And cinematically, one could say that it was in the flames. Alright, that's it. That's it. Here's what we're doing. I'm gonna get in here. We're gonna get in close.
Cake.
At prime AC 20 range. Okay, that's pretty good. Ooh, yes, right leg destroyed. The pop gun has spoken. To the ground with you. They have a Valkyrie, they have a Hollander.
Okay.
That's where we've been getting those pop gun hits. Alright. Machine guns. You know what? Very accurate machine guns. Go.
Here we go.
What are you gonna do? Get up and fall down? Yep, he's getting up. He's like, eh. Ow.
I'm losing armor bad.
Well, yeah, it's because we're blackjack.
I'm ready.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep moving.
Rolling.
Well, those are good chances. Those are good chances. Alright, you know what? Let's let the Hollander have it. With some precision strike. Let's see if we can't knock that gun off him.
All weapons are go.
Yeah,
Scored a critical hit.
that's some good shit. Ooh. Just a little pew. Just a little
Ready
bit of bang boom. Alright, you know what? I'll have my locust chase their locust down, because
Aye, aye.
that's where you do that. You get that locust on locust violence. That's what people expect. Let's let them have the... Oh, no. Yeah. Goodbye.
Okay. Come on. hit.
Yeah, his main gun's out, so at this point, he's a joke. And is it time for Scrombles?
Commander.
It is. It's time for Scrombles.
Okay, I'm on it.
Greetings. You're in prime scrombulation range. Do not resist the scrombulations. Whoa. That blackjack part got accelerated.
Down.
They do that. Alright, hold on. We have to chase this other locust with a
Location
locust.
confirmed.
We have to get in close. Engine cred.
Reporting. Critical hit.
Ow, stop it.
Orders.
Alright, we're gonna walk this way.
Location confirmed.
Yes.
You got it.
Shoot at movement in the woods, just like the hunting game I play. Actually, no, that's a lie. The hunting game I play, I shoot at noises in the woods. That's how you end up with deer that whistle when they come by. Because there's so many holes in them. Let's see. They shut that PPC off, which is not good. Not good at all. Alright, we'll just step back here into the woods. Do it.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Oh! That one caught up to him like a
Enemy
bad
down.
marriage. Lay down.
I'm under heavy fire. Waiting for orders. Coordinates received.
Let's see. Commando, Valkyrie, or him? Commando it is. Good day, sir.
I'll make them dead.
Well, that just went into somebody's summer cabin out in the woods. Imagine coming back to your cabin in the woods, you know, that you bought years ago, and you're just like, ah, yes, finally, solitude. And you come up, and there's just an AC-20 hole all the way through the cabin. You're like, oh.
Critical hit.
You're getting some punches in. Ow. That's more than punches. That's unfair. Sign up for one or the other. My dance card's full. Pew! Man, he's really giving it to me. Alright. Let's see your pew, sir.
That shot got past my armor.
I'm receiving you. Got it, Commander.
Death!
Confirmed.
Ooh.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Receiving you. Position confirmed.
I'm just gonna fall back a little bit and give a little bit more of this.
Firing full complement on enemy.
We're gonna have to mop through that to find anything of value. We're fighting through a snow runner map.
On my way.
Valkyrie. Fire.
Back.
Ooh. Leg destroyed. Yeah, fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down. Come on, come on. All the way to the ground. All the way to the ground. Oh, there you go. You're a bastard, Newton.
Give them everything you've got.
Commando coming through the woods, all glowing from overheating and fire.
Orders.
pretty cool aesthetic, not gonna lie. Alright, here we go. Let's just try to shoot the head out.
Firing. Reporting. Critical hit.
I mean, I hit something.
Ready for orders.
Not the head, though. And I started several fires on somebody's Christmas tree farm, so they're probably a bit upset.
Target acquired.
They're a bit stressed.
Good to go.
I wonder why.
On my way.
Precise strike, leg.
Target eliminated.
Well, I'd say we hit something attached to the leg, you know.
Commander.
I mean, we got most of them. It's not all that bad, really, when you think about it. Okay, where's the target unit? Oh, up there by itself. We've just managed to murder their escorts. Their target's probably sitting up there having a cup of coffee, right? Just like, well, oh, the guy said they saw something down there. Well, I'll just finish this cup of coffee while my mech's powered down. And they just see explosions and fire in the woods, and they're like, oh. While that locust is running around, all they can hear is just the incessant popping of 50 cals.
Let's go.
They're like, is that a John Moses Browning convention?
Reporting major armor loss.
No, that already happened. You can't just keep saying that.
Understood.
All right, here we go. Chameleon, eh?
Our primary target is taking damage.
Come on.
Someone let me borrow their pom-poms and skirt, because I'm damn excited now.
You know, you do you.
Copy
TMI.
that.
Well, thank you.
I got you. Waiting for orders.
I tickled him with the machine guns. This makes me feel like I helped.
Taking the shot.
Order. All on air. Lock time.
That's a lot of ow. Fall down.
That's a quick.
There you go. Bracing for ground impact. Scrombles.
Receiving you.
Scrombles walk into kiss range. Scrombles punch. Wow. Way to miss, Scrombles. Come on. He's gonna get up. He's like, you guys are insane. Ow. That was a lot of stuff that went everywhere.
That's it. Now it's showtime.
Affirmative.
Alright. Let's do it to it.
All weapons. Go.
Through armor crits are fun when they land,
Position.
which they always don't, but people always talk about them like it's inevitable, which it could be on a long enough timeline, like an LS swap, or bailing out when the rest of your lance is dead.
Mission successful.
Well, it's not terrible. Chameleon. Give to me the chameleon parts. Is there any more chameleon parts? No. Fuck. I mean, there's commando parts, which is fine, I guess, but no chameleon parts. Because then I could have two mechs that were okay. Two mechs that are okay is better than one that's okay. I mean, all the mechs I have are alright, but I wanted more. I think we can all understand that. I think everybody wants more. Not all. I mean, there is a hazard to that as well. I suppose that's one of those life lessons, like... Heavy PPC. What if we took off the medium lasers, right? You put in... okay, it's a little overweight. Now, I'm going to go with one heavy PPC, and I'm going to go the rest in medium lasers. Now, I'm going to put it in the torso, because I think that that might protect it a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit, right? I think that that might work. I'll put an AMS in there. An ammo for the AMS. Yeah, because we have a half ton of ammo exactly, so good enough. And then do we have double heat sinks? Not really. Motherfucker. What about max armor? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, it's a 180 core. It's a 210 way. That's 10, and that's 6. Oh. Choices, right? Choices. I wonder. Well, maybe. Maybe I wonder. Maybe I don't. Maybe it's Maybelline. Let's do a medium pulse laser. That's a half ton overweight. How many medium pulse lasers do we have, actually? That's a good question. Because, okay, you know what? Let me get back to the store here. Like, I got some ideas. Oh, cool, we could make our own... We can make our own Hollander. We have some chameleon parts, but we can make a Hollander if we wanted. Yep. Alright. Now we're gonna sell a Hollander for money and liquor and hot dogs. It's like, I'm a real mech. And I'm like, uh-huh. Put you in the storage so I can take you down the store. Sell you to some stupid people who are like, is that a real one? I'm like, yep. With all the real parts for it, too. You can buy your own. I promise you, it's real good. And they go, oh boy. Ooh, a laser AMS? Fuck yeah.
New weapon
I mean, they're expensive, but they're cool. Equipment. Engine fuel cell, that's always fun. Triple strength myomer could be good if we had a real... If we had a machine that could use it and make it look good. 'Cause that's always the problem. You end up getting something like that and you're just like, I'm a cool guy. And it's like, no, you're not.
New equipment
You always think you're cooler than you are. That's a Texism. You know, that's a true story. I remember back when The Matrix came out, and a lot of people thought the trench coats were cool. Like the big black trench coats and the glasses, you know? They'd wear those, and they'd be like, I'm cool, you know? I'm real cool. They all sat there and did their neo-cyberpunk thing, which was, you know, a whole look for a while. People forget that. That whole neo-cyberpunk thing was a look for a while. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it. That was indeed. That was a whole thing for a bit. So people dressed up and did the neo-cyberpunk thing. And they were all like trying to live the Matrix, I guess. And I suppose that's really a comment on civilization, in a sense. People trying to live the Matrix. But, what I thought was funny Let's see, I can't fit that, but okay, 1 ton. I can fit an AMS and that half ton of ammo. So that'll work. People trying to live the Matrix, you know. I remember the sunglasses especially and the long trench coats, but the problem is that very few people look good in a long trench coat. Very few. And I know a lot of people who are also in the vampire fandom, you know, the World of Darkness fandom, where everyone had to have the ankle-length duster. That was just a look. And the sad fact is, only some people can pull it off. The rest of people just look like the Hamburglar. They don't look like a tough guy. Cool, we got some battle armor. Mini mechs for me. Whoa, we got an APC with it too. I'll have to take some battle armor at some point. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I don't need its life history, brother. Pretend I live in this universe. Pretend I'm not the product of a military school. Uh-huh. Oh no, no thank you. I'm not getting involved in that. I already did that once. No royalty nonsense for me. Thank you very much. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we're doing alright. Let's go back to the store now that it's been a little bit. Did they have any new fancy weapons? Anything fancy for me? Oh well. Let's go find another job. But not everyone's gonna look good in that trench coat shit. You have to have a certain look for that. Let's see, payroll seizure. The B team, no. Patrol. Oh, there's a pirate lance. Ooh. Insurrection. Yeah. A propagandist, eh? Sign me up for that loot then. I'll hunt your propagandist. I'll even take the scimitar light tank. No, I won't. I will not. I don't need to give the enemy a skateboard to stomp on. It's time to assassinate somebody. Any shot not taken is a miss. Except for the shots you take which you also miss. In which case that is also a miss. Bringing the wrong ammo is also a miss. There are many things in life that are misses. Don't do them. Thank you. But I think that, and I honestly do believe that if we all work together and we wrote a series of very pleasant letters to Paradox, and we were honest and open about what we expected, I think we could show them that there is a model for this, and that people would probably enjoy it. I would make a few requests. Perhaps not an engine that leaks as much in memory, and perhaps
Move order received.
a return of some of the original talent, if not all of it,
Rolling.
who could certainly understand how to do this right, because they got much more right than wrong.
Move into position.
I think that we could certainly ask for, okay, supporting enemy forces are over there, and the propagandist person's way over there. Good lord, what a map. This game always had gorgeous maps. Like, always did have I guess I can't go down this way. Look. I can't. It's just... It's a no. Alright. Woe to me to think that was a route.
Copy that, Commander.
Damn. Well. It's like, no, that's not a road. Go not down the mountain road. Alright, fine. Seek not the mountain path, for it is guarded by the frost trolls. I mean, like, what the fuck is that? The map compelled me. Look, that looks like a nice place to go all the way up there. There's a road to my target. I wish to follow the road. You could say there were mines. You can't go this way, Commander. There are mines. Oh, all right. Or, oh, this is trapped. Or, oh, there's rock slides. Or, there's a glacier that's about to collapse. Or, you know, I mean, but look, I can climb this mountain. Why can't I go down that road? I want to go down the road. I wish.
No problem.
I'm walking here.
I brought a locust to go up there and poke them.
Consider it done.
They brought vehicles.
Ready to rock. I got you.
Looks like their backup is vehicles. I shouldn't laugh though, because with this mod, vehicles are pretty dangerous. And they're very fast and hard to hit.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
It's not like the MechWarrior 5 game where you're like, oh look, here comes 150 helicopters.
Understood.
And they're all like spinning around and colliding with each other and flying through the skybox like crazy, and you just bat them out of the sky like they were moths, and you have a flamethrower. Now, I had somebody ask me the other day, Tex, why do you play so many old games? And I'll be honest. I'll be honest here. And accountable here. So you can hear me say the same thing to everybody, so people will probably stop asking me that question. It does get asked every so often, but it goes like this.
Firing.
Now, those are some strong tires.
I'm ready.
But, yeah, it goes like this.
Acknowledge.
I can tell a game's gonna be shit, and I do mean absolutely terrible shit,
Got it, Commander.
when the day it comes out,
That didn't hit?
yeah, that's what I said, the day it comes out,
Orders?
there are one crap ton of people on Twitch who are playing it going, wow guys, check out this brand new game that just came out that I've never talked about on stream about looking forward to, that I've never talked about before, that I've played no other games in this series or anything remotely like it. Check out this game that suddenly appeared in my box for no reason. I'm going to play it for the next week and talk about how cool it is. It would be neat if you all bought it. By the way, here's a link down here at the bottom if you want to buy it, and you'll get a little bit of a discount if you click that link. Don't ask how much I get. I'm playing this of my own volition for no reason whatsoever. And you can trust me because I'm your friend, and you have let me into your zone of trust in your house. I'm just like you. I'm John Everyman. I am a VTuber, and thus I should be trusted because of how cute I am or whatever, right? So they'll do that. And it will be the day the game comes out. And that week.
Try aiming next time. See what you get.
See, that's a good retort. Or it'll be day one, the game comes out on YouTube, and someone will have this 4-hour essay on what this game is and why it's so good and what it means to them and how it relates to the overall philosophy of Schopenhauer or whatever else.
Okay, now the gloves are off.
And I go, one, guys, could you be any more obvious about a media embargo and the time in which you're allowed to do something? Two, please tell people when you're being paid to endorse something. Don't just pretend to be somebody's friend and say, by the way, in the middle of a conversation, I enjoy this product and this coffee because this is the best thing that you can have. Because it is my choice and my choice alone. I mean, because that Truman Show shit where you turn toward the camera and suddenly endorse something is really off-putting. I like that when that's dystopian fantasy. I hate that when it's real life. And three, you can tell when something's going to be shit when a week later, 1 week later, the person in question never mentions it, never plays it again, and never talks about it again. And a month after, it's forgotten completely. Just discarded, like a Band-Aid. Used and gone. My favorite thing is whenever something gets hyped and everyone starts talking about it so excitedly and jumps up and down in glee and joy, I wait 1 month. I put it on the wish list and I wait 1 month. And then I look back. I look at my friends list on
Good to
Steam.
go.
And I see are people playing that game.
On my way.
9 times out of 10, if not 99 times out of 100, the answer is no. No, they are not.
Acknowledge.
Now, the reason the answer is no is because most game companies, and this may surprise you, this may not surprise you, have adopted the EA model when it comes down to advertising. They spend as much time advertising and as much money advertising as they do in making the game, because they feel that is necessary. I don't think it really is, because I do believe something that was said by the guys who make Helldivers. They said very strongly that a game for everybody is a game for nobody. What they mean by that is stuff like Dwarf Fortress, if that was made to be very widely accessible and very shallow and easy and goofy, it would not be the game it is now. Many of your best games that you enjoy are probably equally in-depth, equally difficult to learn, and equally designed for a fairly narrow player base that enjoys such things. This Battletech, if it was made to be very arcadey and very like a mech can move 2 but can fire 1 or some other goofy nonsense, would probably not be the game it is now, right? So a game for everyone is a game for nobody. And the other thing is that I think most of us are kind of immune. Most of us are kind of immune to advertising. When's the last time you saw a car commercial on TV or on YouTube ads or whatever and said, I need to go buy that car right now? Well, no, most of you will say either I have a car that's good enough, or it's just going to be stuck in traffic anyways, or that looks expensive, or that's not for me. And you can say that. How many times have you seen an advertisement for a food on one of these advertisements that YouTube shotguns all over my Let's Plays? And have you looked back and seen that and gone, I wouldn't eat that, that looks gross. That looks like that would give me heartburn. Or, man, that looks disgusting. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather not eat that. I'd rather make something myself. I'd rather eat my own disgusting cooking, right? I think most of us are fairly immune to the notion of you have to buy this thing. So games companies have moved toward more insidious means by which to advertise, which is to use the parasocial relationship. A lot of them will say, well, they won't like the commercial that we do with all the celebrities, so we're going to get the E-celebs, we're going to get the VTubers, we're going to get the friendly voice they listen to on a weekly basis to play this game and tell you how good it is. We're going to hope that you ignore the fact that they don't play it after a week or after a month and never talk about it again and are in a constant cycle of playing the newest, greatest, bestest thing and then throwing it away all the same. Because all that promise of newest, bestest, and greatest was equally empty. A good friend of mine made a great statement on this. If you call everything epic, nothing is. And I agree with that. Good things take time. Games that you can keep coming back to, like Dwarf Fortress, like RimWorld, many independent games, in fact, are the product of decades, not a year. And most of these things are not really advertised. When's the last time you saw an advertisement for RimWorld? When's the last time you saw an advertisement for Dwarf Fortress? Go watch your friends list. People will be playing these games today.
All right, I'll give him the whole 9 yards.
These games are not new. These games are good, though. And so I know a game is going to be bad when I see it suddenly hyped and everyone's talking about it. They're posting videos about it. Did you see this person's playing this game? Oh my god, check this out, blah, blah, blah. And then you just give it 1 month. Just 1 month. Just wait 1 month. And then it's gone. Warhammer 40k presents Warhammer 40k Pizza Man and all of this other nonsense. And you sit there and you're like, uh-huh.
Showing minor damage.
I treat most AAA product like they're phone games. I treat them with disdain. I don't treat them as art, and I certainly don't believe the hype. Now, I will tell you this much. While what I'm saying may sound very counterculture and you can say, wow, Tex, what a way to just shit on everything. No. Save some money is what I'm saying. Wait till Christmas. Wait till they're all on sale. Then you can buy them by the pound, right? You can buy the whole scoop, the whole snow shovel worth of these games and walk out with a wheelbarrow of them. And then for the rest of the year, you can sort through them and go, was this any good? Was this any good? Was this any good? And you don't have to fall into a continual cycle of hype, downloading things and then enjoying a flavor of the month that's just not great. Some of the best games I play are certainly imperfect games. They're not perfect by any means, but they're good games to play with friends. This game isn't perfect, but it's pretty damn good when modded. I certainly also play a lot of older stuff. And I would encourage you guys to do the same thing. Because, in all honesty, the world of product is defined largely by our purchasing of it.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
So, if we all constantly buy crap, they'll make crap. If we demand something that's better built, and we say that, yeah, the advertising doesn't work, and every time somebody says you need to buy this with my affiliate link and all these other things you don't, people will suddenly realize that that shit doesn't work. Maybe we should stop doing that. Maybe we should put the money where it matters. And the reason I say this is because there's a great many games I've seen come out that could have been a lot better if they actually tested them. If they actually had an informative beta test with a population that would have enjoyed this game, perhaps the population this game was intended for, weighing in and saying, hey, if you're trying to accomplish A, B, C, D, E, F, G, here's a better way of doing it.
Hope we can salvage that.
I also heard it described by, you find a lot of games that are designed for populations that don't like what they're building. A great example of that was I have a friend of mine who's very into Arma, all the Arma stuff. And I know a lot of you guys are rolling your eyes because you all have a friend like that who says, hey, we should play Arma. And you're like, oh, cool. So I just installed this. And they're like, well, no, you need to get these 12 mods and then this mod before that mod. Then you need to have these 3 peripheral products running in the background to simulate this radio lag on this thing. And then we're going to need to downgrade the game to this older version so it'll play better with this mod, which, okay, you're going to have to worry about, okay, we can't spawn the T-54A because it clips through the ground. And we can't fly that helicopter because for some reason with this mod and this older version of the game, it's capable of doing several percentages of C and accelerates faster than can be rendered, so your graphics card will explode. And then we need to rent a server in this one country because they haven't all updated to this new Windows, and it'll be stuff like that, right? Simulators built like that are generally not built for the people who play them now. People who play them now are honestly looking for something a bit more turnkey. Hence the rise of a lot of games that are near sims, but are turnkey and go, or easy to mod. A lot of people are interested in stuff that is near sim, but still retains that little bit of strange reel, shall we say, or Ace Combat flair to them, right? Now, I'm just one man with a grumpy opinion. You don't have to believe me. Hell, you don't even have to listen. I'm just glad you showed up. Ooh, that's an interesting one. It's the wrong one. That's an interesting one.
Primary target damage, Commander.
I gave them machine guns.
Commander?
They're going to kill that locust. Alright.
Full throttle.
But yeah, when it comes down to video games, play what you like. Play what you like. Liking something shouldn't be hard. And just because something is branded with Star Wars or Warhammer 40k or whatever else, you don't have to buy it. A brand typically doesn't make a game better. It just means it was a bought license, which is probably going to be abused if I'm being honest.
Oh, it's on. on now.
For every good Warhammer 40k game or Warhammer game, there's probably 10 phone games out there that are just trash.
I await your command.
Commander.
All right, let's gangbang this. Oh yeah.
Target for an Elfin threat.
The Sandblaster has engaged. Ooh, 12 heat, actuators destroyed. That's a good bit of damage there. Scrombles into scrombulation mode. Proceed to scrombulate. Fire. Ooh. Welcome to the ground.
Target.
Fall down. Ooh, and on a slope. He punched out. Mission successful. Huzzah. Go us. Go us. Go us. But yeah, look. I'm just gonna kvetch. I'm gonna sit here and complain and whine and yell and shake my fist at the sky. But you guys are smart. And I'm not saying that because you're my fans and tuning in. I'm saying that because you've made it this far in life. You're smart. I'm just reminding you you're smart. And I'll keep reminding you you're smart. And the reason is because the internet out there, the world out there at large, wants you to think you're dumb. And it wants you to think you don't know what's best for you. And it wants you to think that you need to believe whatever is told to you by someone who is, quote, in a position of authority, end quote. I will tell you this much. Most of the opinionated people talking on the internet have no better idea what's going on or how to achieve happiness or success because they're still looking for it themselves. Hardly anyone on the internet who is talking to you right now is in a position of authority. Hardly anyone talking to you on the internet right now has any good idea on how to seek happiness in life or how to find vast success. Otherwise, I don't think they would be on the internet.
Right.
I think they would be very happily in their own house and, by their own means, finding their joy in this world. They would be quiet and content. That is just my opinion, though. Don't let people tell you how to live. I think you're all right. I'm just going to keep reminding you guys. The world's not as scary as they make it out to be. Let's go find a planet that doesn't suck as much. I want a little bit more money. Not a lot more money. Just a little bit. Okay, that's too dangerous. That's fairly dangerous. That's oopsie doodle. That's 1.5. That's 1. Galatea, yeah, let's go do there. Desert world. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba ba bum bum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum.
I wrapped up now.
Those upgrades you asked for?
Hell
Are
yeah.
online, Commander.
Let's get these upgrades going so we can actually repair these things good. Better conduits and the better structure are nice because then we can go faster, but I need this better repair shit
But we'll get it done.
so we can actually show up and have all of our mechs be working at the same time, no less, which is crazy. But yeah, long story short, I think that we should absolutely use our collective power to do good. Let us insist on better games. Let us work together to remind game developers that, hey, you've got all this money and assets. You got a lot of people working for you. I bet if you bent those people's will and asked their free time and dedication toward building a game that all of us obviously want, we'd buy it. I think that's a reasonable thing to expect. I mean, if I was running a restaurant and people petitioned me to make grilled cheese
Hey, boss,
sandwiches
We've just completed those upgrades.
and said, please, we hunger for grilled cheese. Please, 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 put that on the menu. And enough people wrote letters, kind letters, polite letters, urging me to do such a thing. I would be a fool not to. If I said, no, 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 you must buy the macaroni salad. No, 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 you must buy the Reuben. I will not make a grilled cheese. That's beneath me. I would be throwing money away. And in a modern world, nobody needs to be doing that. Oh, look at this thing. Fuel cell mechs. Fantastic. And expensive to boot. The Pegasus is worth it. Always is. People overlook that thing. But no, that's a good one. Let's see. MRM 20, NARC, RL 20, Streak SRM, Thunderbolt 10. Oh, tourney organizers. Oh. Bad things will happen. Alright. I mean, okay. Noted, but I'm just saying. That could be neat. Dun 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 dun.
New equipment available.
Alright, do I have some more piloting? Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I want that bonus evasion. Please.
I'm received. Confirmed.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Ready for orders. I'm receiving you.
Mech warrior training.
Let's make everybody less suck.
Standing by.
What's up, boss? Orders.
Training complete.
Please. Got a lot of mech parts here. All right, look at all these jobs. A training day, patrol, find the enemy lands. Oh yeah, Novacat. Ooh, Novacat Force, eh? Clan Novacat, eh? Why do I feel that I'm making a mistake? Because I probably am. Alright, let's not touch that one. Why is Novacat all the way down here? Surely this isn't... Alright, let's see. Like, there's a... You know what? There's a half thing for Novacat. Why is Novacat down here? You know what? Let's go poke the kitty. That's not a euphemism. Alright, so let's guess. How many mechs are going to run up that look like light mechs? We laugh at them. They drop off battle armor, and we run around screaming about the bees. Let's see how often that happens.
Command interface initiated.
Destroy Novacat lands. Alright. And then I guess we get some friends to help us. Which is all well and good, unless they turn on us, or get in the way, or accidentally shoot us, or don't actually help us, or serve as a means by which to... Okay, wait, they brought a Hollander and they brought a Nighthawk. I mean, it's not really backup. It's like the two cops in a cop movie that show up right as the superhero is like manifesting his powers and they're fighting the bad guy, and the superhero tells the cops, no, please stand back, he's a supervillain. And the cops go, put your weapons down, and then the supervillain pops up and just tears their heads off. That's who those guys are. In every 80s movie that's superhero. You know what I mean? Like, that's... Maybe I was too specific in that example. Oh, it's a fire moth. Okay. Alright. Well, guess what? Rat-a-tat.
Locking off. All weapon systems.
Let's get in here. Except for the Hollander. You stay back.
Yeah? What can I
Mr.
do?
Hollander's opus is a sad, sad letdown. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna sit here and do this.
I'm
Gonna
here.
sit here and do this. Gonna sit here and do this.
Ready for orders.
No, not clanner power. You dick. That's a face wound. Those are expensive. All right. I'm rolling.
Fun time.
Watch his backup is just something horrendous, right? All right, here we go.
On my way.
Let's just all get in here and do some stupid. Let's just shoot him till we feel better.
I'm ready. Rolling.
All right, that ought to work.
Firing.
I had to try. If that heavy PPC had connected, oh my god. Make like a sledgehammer on a pumpkin. Alright, here we go. Come on. Yeah, good enough. Yep. To the ground.
Tango down.
That was it? That was literally it. So someone like had a dasher running around on this backwater, just running around screaming on the radio. Just screaming, just running around with its arms up in the air like I am Cornholio at top speed, running around like, do you threaten me? 18 days. That's going to cost us a fortune. God damn it. Easy him though. And the clan double heat sink. We're taking those. I mean, that's all money. But yeah, See, now I'm tempted to do the other clan mission. The problem is that's gonna goad me into the other one. The other one's gonna have like 12 of those, and they will all converge on me like locusts on produce. We're just gonna sit here. We're gonna play it cool. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna wait, because there's that other one, and I want to go do it, but I also realize it's probably a trap. Corridor bocce. One last public game. Oh, injury. But morale went up. We were playing bocce ball in the corridor, but... Alright. Wow, he's really injured. Injured more than an explosion in the cockpit. So I think, to prove a point, someone just threw the bocce ball at their face. Like, square in the face. And was just like, oh, you think this isn't going to hurt? Well, let me show you the price of your arrogance. And just throws it at their face to prove a point. And I'm like, good lord. Yeah, I know. We're going to be broke unless we have something good happen. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Now we're going to go do some business. And by some business, I mean we're going to go down there. And we're going to get that job. Oh, wait, they have a chaparral? It's money. Why does everything cost money? Alright. Maginot Line. Oh, no. Oh. Alright. Looks like some of this is rolled over. Oh, no. So I can take 2 mechs. And they're... Payroll seizure. Imagine it. Key personnel. Aha. See, there you go. Right. Okay. Look, key personnel, mercenaries, run in there and kill them. Right? 900 million C-bills. Oh man, that gunslinger shit is really tempting if I had much better pilots. And, I mean, the mechs I have right now are fine, but if it's going to be versus 2 clanners, that's going to be some bad shit. That's gonna be some real bad shit. I'm gonna cry.
I started my tour out in October of '49. I joined a good company thinking that things would be fine. Went out to war and was hoping for riches and fame. But I'm now back in Van Zandt and planners are squarely to blame. I guess you could say that my gunnery was perfectly fine. I did my part and I managed to just hold the line. But the bastards kept coming, hitting us time and again. I'm now back in Van Zandt and planners, they are to blame. I've managed to do my part and I just can't complain. War's always hell, but there's always canopus cocaine. I was invincible, never once gave it to pain. But I'm right back in Van Zandt and planners are surely to blame. I set out for glory and fought battles among the stars. But fate offered less, all I've got now scars. All I can do is just sit back thinking over my pain. I'm square back in Van Zandt and planners are surely to blame. An urban mech is above everything awfully slow. And there's one thing about it that you probably know. An AC-10 doesn't do anything without good aim. So I'm square back in Van Zandt and this time I am to blame.